The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork, pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
This man needs medical attention.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
Good morning, everybody. Hello there. Welcome to Tuesday. It's 5:45. My name is John Holmberg. There is Brady Bogan. Brett Festley's here. Big Dick Toledo. This is the Morning Sickness, and trying to just wake myself up from that wildly exciting college football championship game. Woof. Did you watch any of that nonsense?
No. You know me, I'm not into the college.
I don't either. I usually watch the last two games that I can, like in the championship playoff thing, because you can actually scout for the first round of the draft. It's the only time that the NFL is actually being represented by college football pretty heavily. Alabama has about 8 guys that are going pro. Georgia probably has 4 or 5.
That's typical for those teams, though, right? 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, they're
the ones you want to watch. Otherwise, it's just like watching somebody's kids play Little League. Who cares? And so I was watching that one last night for a little bit, but boy, it was a drag. It was so bad I started watching reruns of old sports. They had the Steelers-Ravens game on from some this was a pretty good part. And watch that. I watched No Country for Old Men.
How was the Joe Millionaire? I didn't
get back. The first episode is terrible, but it's funny. It's so bad it's worth watching.
Yeah.
Like, it's right in my wheelhouse of like, this is awful. And I think I'm going to love every second of how bad it is. It's not good. But didn't get to the second episode, but I will. Yeah, Joe Millionaire was a thought, and I was like, man, anything but this. So I just started working out, and I had it on in the background. It turned out to be a little bit more exciting than it started, but that was a snoozer, man. And what happened to the Southern Belle? Georgia versus Alabama. And they're showing the crowd, and it's like, man, are they still deep into the butter down there in the South? These girls are huge. There used to be those were the two schools you'd be like, that audience is going to be packed full of Southern girls.
Or it's tougher to get them to move up or go see something in cooler weather.
I think it's tough for them to move.
Why
generally.
am I going to Indianapolis?
Moo might be the word right there.
I mean, you've heard them along, or that was a big bunch. They kept going to that crowd, and Georgia's whole deal is to paint your upper body black, put a pair of shoulder pads on, and a helmet.
Put the spikes on there.
The girls had like these black Lycra tops because they can't paint themselves black or have their shirts off. Oh, God.
The cheer squads were okay.
Oh, I don't know what you were looking at. Oh, by comparison, sure.
Yeah.
And a couple of mountains in that mess, too. Yeah, it was just unattractive all the way around. The game itself was ugly, and you're like, well, at least maybe they'll pan the crowd and you'll see the Southern Bells. You did not. You saw a Southern Taco Bell. That's all you saw. They shaped like bells. Somebody told me, we were talking last night, a friend of mine and I texting back and forth, and one of my friends went to Ole Miss. And he goes, Ole Miss is the place in that entire region. That's the one. I said, yeah, but you got to go to Mississippi for that. It's a hidden gem. I'm like, yeah, everything in Mississippi that's good is a hidden gem because it's surrounded by Mrs. Gross.
The guy I worked with in the station before we came to KUPD, Thomas Boxdale III, his family had a suite at the Ole Miss Stadium.
There isn't a girl hot enough on the planet that goes, I live in Mississippi, and I'm still listening. Like the second she says, come to me, we'll move to Mississippi. Nobody's hot enough. No one. And I would say no one has enough money to get me to go to Mississippi, but people with money aren't exactly, flying over to Mississippi, because if they are, they're probably in a plantation and have some views I may differ with. I took my billions and I moved myself to Mississippi. And I'm like, I know what you're trying to start over.
As we sip on our mint julep.
Yeah, now raise the flag, boy. I'm like, what's going on here? That's not our American
not
flag.
That flag.
That's not that red, white, and blue nonsense.
Stars and bars.
Get the stars and bars up there. Luke, Bo, dinner time. Like, you named him after the show. I mean, it's pretty bad. So congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs, champions of college football. And all you Georgia fans out there who didn't care at all, well, congratulations, Georgia. You guys are the champs, and no one cares at all. College football has the most anticlimactic ending every year because there's so much going on all year long, and then they have that one game, and it's just kind of like...
The only reason I watched was Katy Perry's world premiere of her new song.
Yeah, with that DJ. Yeah, I heard that was...
DJ Khaled?
A new song. No, he didn't do it. You'd be surprised he's not involved in it, which is shocking because I heard him in the crowd, though. I heard deep in the crowd.
Another one.
No, that's not yours. Stop it. No, and then right there, hey, what'd you think of that?
DJ Khaled!
No, he wasn't involved in this. Anyway, this is the least funny building to work in right now. This is a place you try to come in and be lighthearted and jovial and fun, and every email that comes out of this place is we're ravaged by the COVID right now. It is a one after another. Everybody down here's got it. I feel, again, I'm telling you, as much as I fought, like, I don't want to get it, I'm going to do this, and then I kind of gave up on the whole I don't want to get it thing and just kind of assumed it was going to disappear and then got it right around Thanksgiving. Biggest relief I've got. And that's what that Nikki girl downstairs said, too. We were talking last night, and the sales department is, all of them have it. All of the managers, everybody. And so this place is a ghost town, and the emails are all scared, and everybody's back in masks, and it's this weird kind of like, oh, crap feeling. And our philosophy yesterday of just ignore it, and hopefully it'll just go away. Well, you can't when you're here. But we talked last, and she said it's because she had it right about the same time I did. It's the biggest relief, walking around kind of with the odd, I just had it immunity, which, you know, who knows, it could pop up and get you. But you do feel like I can't really get hit with this too badly again because I just did this.
It's more of a pain than anything because you just got for 5 days.
I had a couple days off and whatever, but I mean, I literally just had it so I can walk through these halls without fear of you know, and I'm watching like Susan hasn't had it and the people who haven't had it yet are doing everything they can not to get it. And I keep telling them, like, just get it. It's the best feeling in the world. Just get it. I mean, and if you have it, you get at least a couple months break from having to worry about it. I got another month left before technically I have to start thinking, well, I could get it a second time. But right now,
the degree of shame for a lot of is less.
Oh, there's no shame at all anymore. Everybody's getting it. But I feel bad for Susan, who's like in her mask and she's dodging people in her office. And I shouldn't come in anymore. Like, just get it. Get it and sit out for a couple of days. And when you come back, everything will be all right. You're going to go through a couple of days of being cruddy sick. You take some time away. Brett, you haven't gotten it yet.
Not yet.
And you're probably sitting there going, oh, I can't do this. I got to bring it home. Just get it. Just go get it. Just lick something. Go down there and go to Jen Gardner's desk, which is riddled with COVID. She had the worst case I've ever seen in person.
It's grown like a chia.
Oh, it's like the swamp thing down there. There's leaves and moss. Just go roll around on Gardner stuff for a second, and then you'll get it, and then isolate yourself for a few days, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I told the boys of the show yesterday if they wanted to not come in anymore, like, you know, Brady, you've got people you're concerned about. Brett, you haven't had it yet. Your folks, you see them. And, you know, you got that going on. Your parents are coming to town. If you don't want to, you know, submit yourself to the threat of it, you can be giant pussies and stay home if you feel like. I'm a good boss. I try to let you guys know, hey, if you don't want to be a man.
You didn't feel pressure at all.
No, there shouldn't be any pressure. I felt like that was like my best memo as a manager, I think, of all time, which is, hey, guys, I want to be here for you. I want to be thoughtful. You got your parents. You got your parents. You got people to think about it. Ronnie hasn't had it. You guys don't have it. You know, you guys want to be the giant sissies that I know deep down you are and stay away from work because of this fear. Please, by all means, don't show up to work. We'll cover.
It's okay.
It's all right.
And I think the wording was massive pussy. Not even big pussy.
Well, that's right.
Massive.
If you guys want to be massive pussies and stay away, just get it. Brady, you're due up for it again. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
you can get it.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah, we'll get it again. This one's easy. You get this thing, knock her stiff.
Like the last time when I tried to get it, I'm trying again.
Choked up M&M peanut. That was almost horrifying. I didn't know he was stuck in my throat. Just had a little cough. And
Toledo's here. You're okay.
M&M peanut bag. Yeah, I'll be all right. Captain Heimlich over here will break all my ribs, and I'll have another problem. Yeah, I highly recommend just if you haven't gotten it yet, and you're in relatively decent shape, or you're young, you should be all right. Yeah, all right, everybody's got it. This building is riddled. No getting emails saying, all right, everybody, flash it. We got to show our papers now. We got vaccine cards. We got to do that. If you don't have your vaccine card, you got to walk around in a beekeeper outfit. It's going to be rough.
And it definitely seems, at least the perception that I have, that it's not as severe.
Well, who knows?
But
don't take that chance, because you never know.
Just going off of how it spread through the building a little bit.
Not even worried about the severity.
Yeah,
it's a showstopper. Everybody gets it. The whole place is down.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. I talked to a doctor friend yesterday and kind of told me, he goes, "Hey, you got a heart attack, you got something mild going on, and you're going to be sitting in our lobby for a while because we are busy." He goes, "We got them all over." Because people show up for their tests. If they're positive, we got to keep them. He goes, and we got loads of positives.
Man, ridiculous.
You're going to get
the
sick.
One right around the corner from our place, Ronnie's like, "Did you see it yesterday?" I didn't.
It's crazy.
It was out on the street.
You're going to get sick in the testing line.
Yeah.
Because it's a bunch of people who think they're sick. It's nice to get COVID. Go get tested. Brett, go down in there and rub up against some COVIDs.
Ask to volunteer.
Yeah, because if you're perfectly healthy and you feel afraid to come to work, and you guys don't want to get that, and you guys go ahead. And big pussies, you don't come to work for a little bit, okay? I'm here for you. I got you both. Because I care about you guys. You know what's going to be great? And it's good. This is going to be, again, I'm here for the show. I'm here for the jokes. I'm here for the silliness. And I'm here for the spectacle of life. We don't know who's Trumpy or Biden-y downstairs at all. And we're going to. Because now you're required to wear a mask at all times if you're not vaccinated. And the managers now have paperwork on that. Before, it was just your word. Now it's, here's my card. Okay, you're free and clear to not wear a mask. But the ones who aren't doing it, and I know of two, for sure, that have not revealed themselves as anti-vax people in and amongst our Let's Go Brandon crew down there. There's going to be we're going to see some fights downstairs, and I think that is going to be great. Because somebody's going to show up and just be like, you know what? I'm not like you. Snatches who have to do this. And they're going to fight about, the one person. Oh, you're one of those. Why don't you have the vaccine? That's all it's going to take. One liberal person asking, why don't you have the shot yet?
And that's why they're wearing a mask.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they have to wear a mask. That's why when Susie walks by, she'll go, Brett, you have to wear a mask. That's all it's going to take. And then somebody go, why don't you just get the shot? It is over. And it's all going to blow up. I might stick around here from work with some popcorn and just hang around till like 4 every day. Because we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I was in a car with two people that were bitching about vaccinated people and how they don't understand why everybody's not doing it. And the person that was with us in the back seat wasn't vaccinated, didn't say a word. I don't want them up my ass. And I'm like, you didn't say anything. No, I'm just going to eat it. I'm like, all right.
Just piled on. I know, right?
So, John, I haven't gotten any of the shots, nor the boosters. I'm proud to be pure-blooded. You're just not metal enough. That's true. I am not. And again, I don't care what you did. But now, in fact, I like that there's a mix in our office. And I don't know, but they have to reveal themselves now. Even better.
There's this guy, Christopher Key, who's a champion for the anti-vaxxing movement.
Yeah.
And he got arrested because he wasn't wearing a mask in a place or somehow, and then created a ruckus. Well, he's got the new, the newest anti-vax advice.
All right.
Urine therapy.
Urine
therapy.
I thought you said urine.
That's what I thought, too.
Oh, God. Oh, I miss my mom. Yeah, he drinks his own pee.
He claims there's a ton of evidence to support what he calls urine therapy.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually present any of it. There's a little video.
Sure, he's not actually going to show you he's drinking urine. He's here for the jokes, too. He's trying to get people to drink piss and then laugh hysterically.
He's been doing it. He claims he's been doing it for 23 years to cure various ailments.
I know Moises Allou's doing the same thing, too.
Yeah,
he's the one who used to pee on himself.
He used to pee on his own hands because he said it made him stronger. Did he drink it? He didn't drink it.
That I don't know, but...
I know he used to piss on himself in the shower and said that it made his hands better for baseball somehow. I knew a guy, Tony Romas, that drank his own pee because he was diagnosed with genital warts. And somebody told him that if you drink your own urine, it'll fix that.
Yeah.
And then, again, when we were at the Zone.
I'll take the shot.
I will. Well, I don't know if there's a shot or not. I'll take the
Yeah.
All right. I put Mr. Happy at risk. He's got the bumps. We're going to deal with it. There was a guy at the Zone, Brady, that had him. And that was another thing. He drank his pee. Drank his pee. So I was like, wow, that's a thing. And you look online, people think that their own pee cures them from weird stuff. A lot of people drink pee.
Yeah.
Their own pee.
I know there was a tribe in Africa that would store the urine, but they would put it in the storage, and a lot of the toxin stuff dissipate because there's lack of water in that area.
There was a tribe that had storage?
Yeah.
I know Janny had to do it just to live, our African friend Janny. I was walking across Africa. He had to drink him and his friend's pee because they were, 7 years old and walking across the Sudan. There wasn't a whole lot to do.
Gotta do what you gotta do at times.
Right.
But
warlords weren't exactly handing out Gatorades.
But when there's Dasani in the cooler over there,
right.
I'm jumping up on
and
that.
they're eating pretty clean too. When you're talking about over there,
This African tribe,
yeah, because there's not a lot of toxins or artificial stuff
You're
that they're
strange
eating.
Man.
I just remember watching the special, and I'm like, oh, they build a little root cellar and store it there for the drought time. Drink up, sailor.
It's like when Grandpa used to see something on TV. You're like, what are you doing? I know we're talking about in the United States. I don't know if African tribe. Of course, Africa's probably drinking their own pee, Brady. Of course.
Not all of them.
No. Nobody said it's all of them.
If you live in a dry, maybe in Arizona, with our water levels,
we're pretty good.
Start storing
if people are drinking their pee, it's a choice. I hate to say this about Africa, Brady. It's not all black and white. Not everybody's drinking pee, but there's a good majority of folks up there in certain spots that are pee drinkers.
I recommend just going down to some of the lakes here, like Saguaro or whatever, and start whizzing in there. Let's fill it back up.
You calm down. Anyway, we were talking about something normal before. Once on Net Geo, I was... All right, here he goes. Grandpa saw a special.
Years ago, John.
He's relating to the African listener. You're nuts. And then the other part of... talking about being pussies, not going to work. Yesterday, Megan tried to go to the Starbucks, closed at 2:30 p.m.
Lack of staff?
No staff.
Yeah.
Go over to the CVS, there's a sign, check yourself out, only one employee. And then she said, why is there only one employee? And he goes, it's, I don't want to make you mad, lady, but it's a Brandon thing.
People aren't showing up.
Well, people, it's, they're not coming to work, and they're getting money to not go to work, evidently, was bigger. And he said, we can't get anybody. I was at the drugstore, and they had a sign that said, if anybody wants to make $16 an hour, you're hired.
Wow.
That was the interview process, because they're down to one guy. Oh, it said, I'm stocking. It was handwritten. I'm stocking right now. Only employee available. If anybody wants a job here for $16 an hour, you're hired. $16 an hour. Nobody will work. The drugstores are all self-checkout, which I prefer. That way I don't have to stare at somebody and pretend to care how their day's going.
Doesn't that seem pretty good? Like if
$16 an hour seems
$16 an hour when you were in high school.
Oh my God, if I was a teenager, but they're all TikTok superstars. They don't do work, and they don't have to because their mom's, my angel's not going to get robbed at gunpoint at a CVS. You're not actually going to get robbed at gunpoint at a CVS. You're going to get robbed because you got a boatload of money in your pocket on payday because you have a job. I don't know why you wouldn't want to go down there and pack away some dough. Like, why wouldn't, if you were in college even? That's a good gig. $16 an hour is strong. There's a restaurant by my house that has to close every night that they don't have staff. So it's a crapshoot whether they're open because they don't have enough people. It's crazy. But I like that the kid goes, I don't know, I don't want to make anybody mad, but it's a Brandon thing. Oh, all right.
Got to blame it on someone.
Yeah. I don't know who it is. I don't think it's a Brandon thing. I think it's an entire generation of people who raised babies that will never lift a finger.
I don't think there's a business that doesn't have a sign looking to hire. Every single place.
Literally, I mean, Starbucks is closing in the middle of the day. And I don't know why people get milkshakes and coffee in the middle of the day, but they do. That line around that place is packed. You're not allowed in the one by my house anymore because I don't have anybody inside anymore. It's just a drive-through. And it takes 30 minutes. That line, I've gone to the, drugstore, Chick-fil-A, whatever, driven by the Starbucks and gone, man. And I remember saying, that's a cool Jeep in the line. This guy had this big white Jeep and had this reddish-pink kind of thing on the side. I'm like, that's neat. Whatever he did there is cool. When I came back from picking up food, and it was a mile away, I'm coming back.
There?
He's like 3 spots up because there's only one person working
Oh,
inside.
yeah, that's brutal. Dutch Bros rolls, John.
How important?
I get that Coca Mocha within 3 minutes.
Dutch Boys doesn't roll. It does not roll. It's fine. It's delicious, whatever you want to call it. But there is a process of your life that you cease just to have a milkshake. You get your Coco Moco, sure.
It is amazing, though, like you said, when people drive by there and you see that line,
They
get
still
in
get
it.
I don't know how you do it.
Absolutely not. I've still to this day have never had that because I'm
it's
not waiting in a line for coffee.
They're forever.
Screw that.
They are far too long. There's too many options.
Oh, yeah.
You get yourself a Coco Moco, Brady, but you got to get like behind 8 people to do it.
Oh, the line's pre-scouted. I mean, it's over 8 cars.
But does that mean you drive around and go, all right, there it is, I got that?
We check 14 Dutch Brothers in that area, see which one's long.
You should just learn to make the Coco Moco at home. Can't be too hard. Coffee.
It's not.
Coco Moco. And you're done. I think you got that. Or just go get
give
yourself
me a jug of that Coco Moco mix.
Or quit fooling yourself and go over to Wendy's and get yourself one of them Frosties and pour some coffee in it. Because that's essentially what you're doing.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, it just turned him on. Yeah, so I don't get the $16 an hour and saying no, or why nobody will hire any, or why nobody wants the job.
And up.
It's crazy. I think my dad
Some
would
say
make
16.
me do it.
Start out at 16. If you stay a month, 18.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to go down after you're there for a while. So you're starting. That seems great. But I think it's I don't know. Is it embarrassment or like if I was even Kirby's age right now, I'd be like, hey, am I allowed to like work here 2 hours a day and stock stuff? I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, where's the dough? I couldn't. That would have. When I was 15, I couldn't wait to get a job. I got to work. I got to get money of my own. I'm tired of asking.
At 15 or 16 an hour, that's
Does anybody
a
have
little
ambition?
more than when I was cutting grass. You know,
Yeah,
I had
a little bit.
10 or 12 lawns in rotation,
Sure.
and those were probably $10
This
to
sounds
$20.
like old man talk because it is. But my first job was $3.35, and
Mine too.
it was when minimum wage was just at that. They bumped us up a dime to keep us from going to other places. Here's an extra dime, Chief. Try to stay away from that Olive Garden.
Thanks, boss.
They're poaching. Like, all right. They try to poach me over at the Bennigans. They don't have a chance to make an extra dime. They're only doing $3.35, and I'm at $3.45. They give you a raise of like a quarter and stuff, like it was 1930. And I ate that up. Any extra was awesome because we worked on tips too. That was incredible. 16 an hour. I'd have been like Midas. Yeah, I don't get it. So can't get a job. And I don't want to hear anybody saying, "Oh, it's impossible." Your ego won't allow you to go work at a CVS for some reason. It's like, no, I'm a CEO of something guaranteed. Do you have schooling or anything? No. Then get your ass in there and start ringing me up, man.
Ronnie had a delivery yesterday. She orders her coffee, right? So it said the delivery was made at 8:27 yesterday morning. She's like, "Did you see it?" No. She
coffee delivered to the house?
Yeah, she has that Nespresso machine. Nespresso machine. We've had it for years.
But knowing Brady, it is a Nespresso.
Got a deal on it.
So the delivery said it happened at 8:27. Checks next door, across the street. No, don't have it. My neighbor, Kenny, pulls out the camera. What time? 8:27. Calls me about 15 minutes later, says, I'm sending you a video.
He took it?
Sends me the video. 8:26, car pulls up. Boyfriend or husband gets out of the passenger side, opens up the trunk, scratches his head, and you can hear him kind of say, hey, I don't see the package that we're supposed to deliver here. So he goes around, checks the side door, the back seat. It's a sedan. Maybe it's in the back seat. Goes around to his side of the car, opens the back door. Nope, not there. So she comes out of the car, opens up the trunk again. They're both sitting there for about 2 minutes, scratching that. Oh, it's not here. Okay, check, delivered.
No kidding.
Take off. So they...
Well, that's peculiar. They kept your Nespresso, put on a show.
Or they don't want to get in trouble for...
Why does Kenny have cameras on your place?
They go out to the street.
Oh.
Kenny's like Big Brother over there, like
say.
with the trash guys and everything else.
Kenny,
Oh, yeah.
Kenny's got everything.
Love it.
Call Kenny.
Need some surveillance vids here.
He's like De Niro from Meet the Fockers. I got that for you, Greg, if you'd like. I'll bring it to you. Anyway, so get a job. That's what I'm saying. $16 an hour. Nobody should be crying and whining. You get a second job, just part-timing it over there. That boy stocking shelves at CVS was furious he was the only one there. He's killing it. The guy's the only one making money, and it's self-checkout. I mean, how hard is that? And then sometimes I go in there, and there's like 9 people. Like, I think it's a scheduling problem. You guys need to divvy this out. Not everybody can work Saturday, and like nobody working Monday. Doesn't make sense.
Expecting a big wave today.
Yeah, we got to get hit hard today, Saturday. If we keep all 9 on, and still nobody's checking you out. You still have to do the self-checkout.
You have a hostess at the CVS?
Yeah, it's amazing. And then, like, you get like 11 hellos when you walk in. Hi, welcome to CVS. I'm like, okay, we're well-staffed today. Monday, there's just signs everywhere. No one is working. Help yourself. Anyway, good luck, everybody, but you're all going to get the COVID. Brett, go downstairs and roll around in Gardner gravy down there and see if you can pick up some of that. Let's get a wake-up song. 585-9800, a good one, and we'll scream it together. It's 98 KUPD. Wake up!
98.
Oh, my gosh.
98.
Shut the front door.
KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sick Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.